What is up, comrades, and welcome back to Song of Saya, the most beautifully effed up visual novel, at least according to iGoesRar. I'm going to say that at the beginning of every part of this Let's Play. You will not stop me. Now, this is part 3. If you missed any of the other previous parts, make sure to click that card on the top right or click the first link in the description below. It'll take you to the playlist and you can get caught up on anything you may have missed. But, assuming you are caught up, let me give you a quick recap of what happened in the last episode. So Omi decides to go over to the Saki-Sak residence, and Saya being there, realizing that hookers are better for her gains than stray cats and dogs, decides to get her right then and there. You know, truly on that Patrick Bateman grind set. And Fuminori later decides to join her up on that shit. Now, and also Koji, that's what his name was. Sorry, bruh, my bad. Koji decides to go follow Fuminori one day after school, and, well, he goes over to the doctor's house, the one that, Saya's father, that went missing. And, well, let's just say, things were pretty sus indeed. But, hey, you may be wondering, why am I on the, fucking save page right here instead of actually in the visual novel? Well, if you remember the last episode, then you already know what track will be playing, and I wanted this peaceful music over the intro rather than schizophrenia. So, without further ado, let's jump into the madness. Oh, damn it. Yes, load. Yep, there we go. That's what I was expecting. Now, maybe there will be some sus stuff in this episode. I really don't know, maybe something I'll have to censor. I was expecting at least one in the first 2 episodes, but hey, I don't know. Maybe it's just coming way later than I thought. But as always, anything that I have to censor to upload on YouTube will be on Patreon uncensored, so yeah, there's that. What a nuisance. Why does he insist on interfering? If he only spoke with me to engage pleasantries, even if I could bear it, but now he's sticking his nose into my business just to satisfy his curiosity. Koji is a perfect example of someone who thinks that it's always good to take an interest in other people's affairs. He probably thinks that he's doing me a favor by prying into my life. He couldn't be more wrong. He keeps this up, I might have to find some way to deal with him. Like Saya said, I have to keep my search for Dr. Ogai a secret. Koji could ruin everything. I didn't have time to fully investigate the Ogai residence today. At this rate, it will probably take several days just to go through the study. Saya didn't believe that I'd find anything to help with the search, but I think there's still a lot to explore. Who knows what I'll discover. Problem is Koji. He knows about the house now. Will it make things difficult? Bruh. Excuse me! Bog! I hear a raising voice calls as I'm about to pass through my gate. Suppressing a shudder, I put on a fake smile and turn to face the writhing mass of rotting flesh that is staring at me with bulging eyes. Cool. Yes, I am. Ah, of course. This is my next door neighbor, Suzumi, a middle-aged painter, I think, who spends all day at home while his wife works. I haven't had much contact with him since the accident. Why is he suddenly talking to me now? Bruh. Yes, thank you for your help. I feel like it's just better not even to try and voice that. Just let it go on. Yeah. What is this? Did you just stop me just to deliver a lecture? Yes, I suppose it's rather difficult. I'm still a student. I can't really afford the expense. The flesh beast undulates foully, as though it still has something to say. The sight of it is driving me close to the edge. No, thank you. I'll manage on my own. Now I get it. He's worried that the unsightliness of my house might diminish the image of his own. Damn snob. I flash a token smile, and retreat behind the safety of my gate. I can feel Suzumi's eyes boring into my back, all the way to the front door. I won't ever want to stay out of my life! I just want to live together with Saya, alone, where no one will ever bother us. Bro, then why not just move out into the woods? Become caveman. Suzumi Yosuke sighs in annoyance as he watches the neighbor boy retreat into his house. What is with his attitude? Even while talking, he kept his eyes averted, as if to avoid looking at something repulsive. Has he always been such an unpleasant young man? No, of course not. When his parents were still alive, he had been a normal youth, a little shy, but sensitive and caring. It must be the stress of his sad situation. If it continues to build, he might start to develop serious mental problems. Or is it too late already? Yosuke wonders as he gazes wearily at the Sakisaka yard. Even during dinner, Yosuke can't shake the neighboring house from his mind. What's wrong, honey? You look like something is bothering you. Yeah, I saw the young man from next door today. Fuminori? I just had something to say about his yard. I know. I wish he had at least do something about that smell. The stink coming from the Sakisaka house grows worse each day, and the Suzumi family is at its wit's end. Could there be a dead cat in his bushes? He must notice the smell coming from his own yard. Maybe he's leaving his garbage out there. He wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past him. Who knows what he's doing in there all day with the storm shutters closed? What kind of life is he leading? Did he go crazy? No, Hiromi, you mustn't say things like that. Honestly, with the way things are going, I'm starting to wonder if he's gone paranoid or something. Will he be alright? Unless he gets help soon. Who knows? Bro, who needs help when you live like this, bro? Absolutely based. The seconds crawl by, each tick of the clock compounding my agony. When I returned from the Ogai residence, I was greeted by a silent, empty home. Saya had vanished without leaving any clue as to her whereabouts. It isn't rare for her to go for walks at night. I've often gone with her. However, such outings always take place in the middle of the night, when no one is around, and never last more than 2 hours. Right now, it's 5 in the morning. Soon the sky will begin to show the first light of dawn. Even if she left right before I returned, she's still been gone for almost half a day. I can't sleep. I can only wait in anguish. I tried to distract myself by painting more rooms, but I couldn't concentrate on the work. If I had known this would happen, I would have left the Ogai house sooner. I wish I hadn't wasted time on Koji. If Saya doesn't return, the thought makes me want to tear out my hair. After its long absence, the terror of true loneliness is too much to bear. At last... Pog! At last, the cowbell chimes and Saya's long-awaited "I'm home" rings out from the bottom of the stairs. As I jump out from my bed in relief, all of the stress that is built up through the night is released in a wave that threatens to sweep me off my feet. I'm so tired. Saya sighs as she climbs the stairs. I knew the trip would be hard. Saya, where have you? My question trails off as I notice the thick bundles of paper that she's carrying under her arms. What are those? Your medical charts and surgery records. I went back to the hospital today. Ooh. Saya drops her bundles on the floor, sending paper flying everywhere, then pulls her favorite cushion over and collapses into it, stretching luxuriously. You walked all the way back from the hospital in the middle of the night? Sorry, she says, skillfully gathering the scattered papers together. I meant to come back sooner, but there were so many files to go through. So I just decided to bring everything. It was so heavy. Maybe it's just the exhaustion, but I'm not understanding a word Saya is saying. What are you planning to do with all this? What do you mean? I'm gonna study it, of course, she replies, holding one MRI photograph after another up to the light. I'll have plenty of time to go over it here. At first, I think she's just playing around. The occasional mutters of, better check this one. Oh, I see. Well, that was silly of them. And the like as she separates photos into a growing pile beside her makes me think that this might not be a joke after all. You understand this stuff? I learned a lot from Dad. She flashes me a grin, and returns to the papers. So that's how it is. No wonder it can't be fixed. It can't? Not by a human doctor. Ooh. But by an alien doctor. Saya, you're my savior. I can't tell if she's being serious. Even for me, it'll probably be tough, she says offhandedly, even as her hands continue to shuffle the papers. I'll have to experiment first. Watching more closely, I realize that her eyes are scanning each page rapidly. So rapidly, in fact, that I was unable to notice at first. Could Saya actually be reading my charts? Hey, Saya. Yeah? She answers coolly, looking up from the charts. I'm tired. Let's go to bed. Sure, Saya replies with a grin. If that's what you want. Oh, I have a feeling we know where this is going. Yep, I know where this is going. Saya tosses aside the papers she was sorting, then leaps on me and begins tearing off my clothes. Hey! A man has fallen into the river of Lego City. Quick, dispatch the Kobe Bryant rescue helicopter. Come on, just once before bed.
Okay?
Hey, Saya, don't you think it's unhealthy to be doing this every day? Damn.
Huh? Are you sick?
No, not me. My body's all grown up, but you're...
Don't worry.
She laughs playfully as she pushes me onto the bed. The familiar sweet sensation of her weight and skin rendering me helpless. But I am worried. We haven't used any condoms. I don't think that matters.
Fuminori,
She whispers, staring straight into my eyes.
you don't want me to have your children?
I can't even read that with a straight face. How can I respond to that? It's not that. Her body is too small. Pregnancy is a serious burden, you know? Because you're totally like 8 years old. I'm totally not mentally insane.
That's not really something you have to worry about.
Saya seems unsure of how to reply, but not because she doesn't understand what I said. Rather, the bemused look on her face makes it seem as though I'm the one not getting it.
But I know you're just thinking of me,
She says suddenly, her smile glowing with innocence.
so I'm happy.
By the time I break the spell of her angelic smile, Saya is under my belt and is removing my pantalones. Come on, Saya. Come on, ho.
Relax.
She says teasingly.
Tonight, I'll do it so you don't have to worry.
I was expecting to have to censor that, alright. As she finishes, she looks up at me, smiling like she just pulled off the greatest prank of her life.
See? You don't have to worry if I do it like this.
Oh, well... What am I supposed to say to that? Oh great, at least I don't have to censor that.
Hey, was it bad? It didn't feel good?
Hearing the sudden nervousness in Saya's voice, I hastily stammer. Of course it felt good. Saya, you didn't have to do that.
What? But I want it.
Suddenly distraught, Saya clings to me like a child who just had her candy stolen.
I want you inside me.
Inside you? Poggers? So Saya really does want to be my child. I'm not adverse to the idea. Bruh. FBI, open up! I still think it might be too early, of course. But there isn't much point in worrying about my reputation now. Assuming that Saya and I will be left alone, I even welcome it. My little Discord kid. Bro.
You don't like it?
She gazes up at me pleadingly. How can I resist? I do like it. As long as you're okay with it, so am I. Ooh. Saya smiles with relief and burrows contentedly into my chest.
I love you, Fuminori.
She purrs softly. My little Discord kitten. With her body draped over mine, I become even more aware of how light and delicate she is. And this tiny girl and I really live as husband and wife. I feel a pang of self-loathing at the question. How can I still be afraid after all that's happened? Saya's feelings are so earnest. How can I not accept them? I need to resolve this once and for all to rid myself of the useless trappings of morality. Let me just rip the morality out of me. Saya and I are all that matters. There's no point in worrying about what others think anymore. Although I suppose I should still talk to Saya's guardian, of course. I need to find Dr. Ogai as soon as possible. By the time I drift to sleep in exhaustion, comforting embrace, all doubts about Saya's actions have vanished from my mind. Whatever the case, all that matters is that she's returned to me. Cool. 2 o'clock for Suzumi Yosuke. This is the most fulfilling time of day. After seeing his wife and daughter off, taking care of the morning chores, and eating a leisurely lunch, it's finally time to sit down at his easel, like the failed artist he is. He's not a particularly popular painter, and he would only hold an exhibition if he were hurting for money. However, the design work he does on the side ensures that there's always enough to support his lifestyle. Alongside the salary his wife earns from working for a magazine, they're able to pay their mortgage, send their daughter to school, and still have plenty left over. Damn, my man's living well. Yosuke's life is perfect, leisurely and absent of want. He loves his house, considering it the symbol of his success. When he mows the lawn, polishes the windows and floors, and cleans the kitchen, toilet, and bath, he feels the same joy as he does when washing his own body. Just as he knows the length of his fingernails and the time since his last meal, he also knows everything about his home's condition. The status of every door, the freshness of every flower, the amount of ice in the ice tray, every last... Okay, yeah, we get it, you're a word that I cannot say on YouTube. Right. This is pride, and when he sits in his studio, smelling the I really want to call you a slur right now. Many slurs, but sadly I can't. While trying to find the right combination of paints on his palette, he suddenly feels thirsty, but soon remembers that there isn't much orange juice left in the refrigerator. Can I just point out, like, how retarded all of this art looks, bro? Like, come on, who's buying this? In fact, it's also about time to stock up on bath additive and powdered soap. Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, just hearing how they describe this guy is so many things I want to call him, but all of them would probably get me demonetized. Man, I want money, but I also want to call you slurs. He could get everything at the supermarket when he goes to shop for dinner, but it would probably be quite heavy. Cool. Yeah, I was waiting for like the text to pop up, but then I was like, oh wait, I have to actually click on it to get it to pop up. Now then, where should I leave off to go shopping? As he ponders this dilemma, he heads downstairs to the kitchen. Just then, a breath of air tickles the back of his neck, bringing him to a halt in the middle of the hallway. A breeze? Impossible! Every window in the house is closed. Yosuke shuts them himself during his morning cleanup. Yosuke enters the living room, searching for the source of the breeze. Ooh. Something stinks. It's the same pungent smell of fetid swampland that emanates from the Sakisaka house. The window facing the yard next to the door is open, its curtains billowing loosely in the gentle breeze. There's a hole in the grass next to the lock. It looks strange, like it was melted by some chemical instead of broken. Someone must have reached through the hole to unlock the window. Yosuke stands paralyzed, his heart pounding with anger and fear. He listens carefully, but hears nothing. Perhaps the intruder has already finished his business and left, but a burglar wouldn't have left the room untouched, would he? Ooh. Well, maybe Saya's coming for your ass. Bruh, she's graduating from hookers and now to failed artists. Maybe he heard Yosuke coming and hid somewhere nearby. Yosuke realizes that his still wet palette knife is in his right hand. He must have forgotten to put it aside before going downstairs. He stares numbly at the knife for a moment, then decides that it's not enough protection. Instead, he grabs the ashtray sitting on top of the table, made of thick, solid glass. It is big and heavy enough to serve as a weapon. Yeah, an ashtray is good enough, but a knife that can actually stab someone? Nah. What is this, Great Britain? The home that he thought of as a part of himself now seems utterly alien. Keenly aware of the thumping of his heart, Yosuke looks around the living room and sees little that could be used as a hiding place. The intruder must have gone either to the guest room or through the dining room to the kitchen. The kitchen is close to the stairs. If there has been movement, Yosuke would have noticed it when he came down, which means that the guest room is the most likely place. He shuffles over to the guest room door and prepares to slide it open. What is that stench? Could the breeze alone carry something so foul? It's as if the odor is coming from inside the room. He readies his ashtray and throws open the door. Absolutely nothing. Great. Yosuke, being a beta male. The straw-matted Japanese-style room is empty. There is a closet, but no one could fit in there. So the intruder already left. Yosuke relaxes, the exhaustion of sudden relief coming over him. Oh wait, but did you check the ceiling? Yep, that is what something seizes his ankle. He always checked the ceiling. The instant he freezes in shock, his leg is yanked out from under him, sending him crashing to the floor. Stars explode behind his eyes as his head smacks against the door rail. The hand, if it can even be called that, wrapped around Yosuke's ankle extends all the way back to beneath the living room sofa. Wow. There are barely 5 centimeters between the sofa and the floor. Whatever is hiding there, it can't possibly be human. You're going to Brazil! No! Please, anybody but Brazil! No! Before the screaming, Yosuke can regain his footing. Countless hand-like appendages seize his arm and legs, rendering him helpless. As the hideous voice burbles in his ear, something cold and soft crawls on top of him. Yosuke can't even scream. His terror is so great. Again, I like how if you listen really, really carefully, you can actually discern what's being said on the screen. Wow. Then, tube-like appendages penetrate his ears and nose, wriggling deep into his skull. Right before the sensation drives him mad, Yosuke loses consciousness. That's a little sussy-wussy. Thank you for taking the time to see us, Koji says, his humble bow concealing his surprise at the doctor's youth. Even without her light makeup, she wouldn't look a day over 30. She must be quite talented to be a leading neurosurgeon at such a young age. Damn, shawty! Awooga! Woo! Now that's a shawty I can smash.
Don't mention it. I was hoping somebody like you would come along.
Her friendly smile has none of the coldness one might expect from her sharp, refined beauty. Oh, wooga!
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Tambo, Sakisaka Fuminori's attending physician.
I'm Fuminori's friend, Tono Koji. This is Sukaba Yo. Yo gives a quick bow, her expression apologetic. When they arrived at the T University Medical Center and asked to see Fuminori's doctor, Koji and Yo had been prepared for a rejection. They hadn't expected the ease in which their request was granted.
You want to say... What? You say you want to know what's wrong with him? Well, so do I.
Sorry.
He didn't come in for his checkup 2 days ago. I tried calling his home, but there was no answer.
2 days ago? The same Fuminori was searching that abandoned house? The same day Fuminori was searching that abandoned house? Koji frowns, wondering what was important enough for him to blow off his appointment.
What was he like at school?
He's totally messed up. Seeing Yo's shoulders jerk out of the corner of his eye, Koji regrets not choosing his words more carefully. Since the accident, he's been like a completely different person. We have no idea what to do, so we thought that talking to you might help.
Are you medical students too?
She asked out of nowhere. Huh? Well, yes.
Would you like to see his chart?
You'd really show it to us? Koji replies, incredulous. Dr. Tambo regards him silently for a moment, then sighs and said,
Someone wanted to see it, and without the hospital's permission. His files were stolen from the archives 2 nights ago.
What? She stares hard at the astonished students, then shakes her head with a tired smile.
Well, it doesn't look like you two are involved. That's a relief.
Of course we aren't.
However, the corporates must have had an interest in his condition, or wanted to erase his records. Either way, I can only assume that was someone close to him.
I see. An ominous thought flashes through Koji's mind. It couldn't have been Fuminori himself, could it? Koji looks at Dr. Tambo and finds her staring right back at him, her expression grave. He realizes that she must be harboring the same suspicion.
What do you think? Do you have any ideas who might have done it?
Perhaps Dr. Tambo didn't have anyone in mind when she asked, but Koji's thoughts immediately fly to that eerie house to which Fuminori led him. I don't really know what their relationship is, but there's someone called a guy. Probably a doctor or... Koji stops speaking as he sees the dramatic change that has come across Dr. Tambo's expression. You know Dr. Ogai?
Do you know when and where Fuminori met that man?
No. That's what I'd like to know. Just who is this Ogai? After remaining silent for some time, Dr. Tambo loses a heavy sigh.
Alright.
Okay, I get it.
Alright. It's not like you could find out on your own. Ogai Masahiko was a doctor teaching at this hospital. He was dismissed over 6 months ago. However, following certain incidents...
What incidents? What did you do?
I can't say anymore. And anyway, it has nothing to do with your friend.
Koji has no argument with which to answer Dr. Tambo's flat rejection. However, he can't shake the feeling that this Ogai person is the key to unraveling the mystery surrounding Fuminori. Doctor, he says, making up his mind. Fuminori might be involved in a crime. At this sudden declaration, both Yo and Dr. Tambo raised their eyebrows.
What do you mean?
A friend of ours went missing after going to see him. Fuminori denies any involvement, of course.
You mean Omi?
Koji is unable to bear the shock in Yo's voice. Same thing, whatever. Sorry, Tsukaba. I couldn't tell you. Dr. Tambo is frowning, her expression even more serious than before. Right now, this Ogai seems to be the center of Fuminori's attention. If we know who he is and what Fuminori's looking for, we might start to see the whole picture. Please, tell us, Doctor, just what happened at this hospital. Dr. Tambo hesitates for some time, refusing to make eye contact, but she finally shakes her head.
I'm sorry. This is not a decision I can make on my own.
Doctor!
Give me some time. I'll do my own investigating now that I know how far this has gone.
Please! Koji is out of options. All that is left is to trust this young doctor. It's frustrating, but a friend's rights only go so far.
Let's exchange cell phone numbers. I'll call you if I learn anything, and you call me the moment anything changes.
Damn! Koji got shot his phone number! Let's go! Alright. Hell yeah! Koji's a player. That's what I'm talking about. Getting all these anime thoughties. Please don't tell me schizophrenia is gonna start playing again. Oh, never mind. What happened to me? Yosuke's awareness slowly returns, as though rising from a bog. He's cold. No, hot! Hot, cold! Something itches, like tepid tongues and cold slugs crawling over his skin. What the hell is going on? Timidly, he opens his eyes. Ooh. We finally get to see Saya for the first time? In real life? Well, I guess schizophrenia was starting to play, but... hey. Cool. What? It's everywhere. The thing that attacked him in the living room, it's everywhere. So, this is Saya. Saya is the entire mass. Terror shatters Yosuke's sanity. I'm not in Brazil! Please tell me this ain't Brazil! He throws off the thing lying on top of him, but his wild flailing sends him crashing to the floor. But is this really the floor? The long, wriggling fibers of which should be the carpet are winding themselves around his fingers. The floor is made of worms! Well, I bet the boogeyman would like that one. He tears his limbs free of the worms and tries to stand, but loses his balance and tumbles to the floor again. The worms immediately swarm over his body. Where am I? Where did that thing take me? Yosuke crawls around the worm-ridden floor towards the only exit from the pulsating room. When he gets outside, however, all he can see is blood, bile, and rotten meat, and there is no place to run. What is this? Most terrifying of all, this hellish place has the same layout as Yosuke's house. In a half-mad daze, he wanders through the nightmarish mockery of his home. Well, if it has the same layout, you ought to know, like, where the exit is. In the small room where his studio should be, he finds an easel made of bones displaying a blood-soaked canvas. Like some cruel joke, everything is exactly where it would be in Yosuke's studio. Damn it! Let me out! Let me out of here! I don't want to go to Brazil! Please! Howling, Yosuke lashes out against everything within reach. The easel of bone shatters, driving splinters into his fist. He feels the pain, but does not wake up from the nightmare. This isn't a dream, then what is it? When his strength gives out, Yosuke falls to his knees, sobbing. For the first time in his life, he prays. Oh! The sound of the door opening and closes grates his ears. Downstairs, the front door, is someone else here? Oh my gosh. Well, I think we can confirm that he's now suffering from Fuminori syndrome. Ooh. So wait, does that mean Saya did this to him, perhaps? I'm talking about Fuminori, but I know Saya did this to him. No way, I think I know what happened. Because Saya got the medical charts and knows exactly what happened to Fuminori. She did the exact same thing to this guy. Ah, I see. Bruh, that is some elite tier trolling, bruh. Saya is actually base, not gonna lie. She just does a little trolling. Cool. Yosuke hears the sound of something slimy sloshing its way up the stairs. Even as he cowers in terror, he slides his trembling hands across the floor and grabs one of the bones from the broken easel. The tip of the bone is nice and sharp. If he holds it in both hands and puts his weight behind it, he might be able to use it to defend himself. The monster growls are getting closer. Holding his breath, Yosuke presses his back against the wall next to the door. Pounding of his heart is like thunder in his ears, so loud that he fears the creature might hear it. He knows it will eat him if he finds him again, but it is all he can do to keep from crying. At last, the door creaks open. Bruh. Yosuke leaps on the creature as it enters, fear turning his roar into a high-pitched scream. The flesh beast is covered in sludge and vile juices, but before horror can paralyze him, Yosuke brings his bone stake stabbing down. The monster screams as the stake pierces his chest and punches through the other side. It falls back, writhing in agony. The sight of its pain sets Yosuke's blood on fire. I can win. I can kill it. If I finish it off before it enters my head again, I'm safe. I can leave Brazil. Yosuke grabs the bone and twists with all of its might. The monster convulses and gurgles, its trembling tentacles reaching up as though begging for help. Yosuke knocks it off the floor, then brings his heel crashing down on his flopping body again. With each stomp, it groans and spasms, growing weaker. When the monster at last stops twitching, Yosuke, panting hard, tears the stake from his corpse and rises to its feet. Oh, no, no! Yosuke turns around to see another, smaller monster peeking out at him from the stair landing. There's still one left! His desperate, rage-filled attack both exhilarated him and gave him a taste for violence. This one will be easier. It's smaller and weaker. Gritting manically, Yosuke raises his stake and moves towards the second creature. Monster flees, screaming down the stairs. Not about to let his prey escape, Yosuke roars and gives chase. The thought that killing the monster might end this nightmare feeds his savage bloodlust. Damn. When the monster trips and falls into... Oh, bam! When the monster trips and falls in the dining room, Yosuke leaps on top of it and brings the stake crashing down. His bloodlust unsated, he pulls it free, then drives it again into the monster's flesh. Once, twice, 3 times, and more, until there is nothing left but shredded, pulverized meat. Eventually, the only sound in the house is Yosuke's heavy breathing. He has slain 2 monsters, but the nightmare shows no sign of ending. Yosuke staggers to the front door and goes outside. The entire world is now like this. The sky, the city, everything has gone mad. Twisted shapes, nauseating colors, stinking air. There is no escape, no end to this nightmare. The last remnant of Yosuke's sanity vanishes like dust in the wind. Oh my gosh, it's Saya!
Hi, mister.
Yosuke turns to the sound of a girl's voice. Oh damn. She is standing in front of the house next door, wearing a spotless one piece over her pure white skin. In the midst of this filth-ridden world, she alone glows with beauty.
How do I look to you, mister?
You're very cute. Yosuke feels a sudden black lust rise within him.
Really? Then the experiment might be a success.
Yosuke walks up to the strangely jubilant girl and brushes his hair against her long, smooth hair. Such a lovely girl. You must be the only one in the whole world.
Mister?
She looks up at the man towering over her, perhaps disturbed by his hungry stare. How about we play a game, girl?
Okay, but what are we gonna do?
A grin parts Yosuke's lips and he replies, everything that'll please me, of course. Well, I can't say that I didn't expect that with how this was going, but still it was a little unexpected for it to actually happen. With that, he grabs the girl's collar and tears the front of her dress wide open. I might have to censor something here. Shock and fear twist the lovely girl's delicate features, stimulating Yosuke's sadism. Even after killing those 2 monsters, the ember of violence still smolder in his heart, and now they have new fuel to burn. Oh, I like that expression on you. Won't you show me an even prettier one?
No! No!
The terrified girl flees into the Sakisaka house. Yosuke runs after her, feeling the joy of the hunt.
No! Stay away!
Even in desperation, she has no hope of outrunning his longer stride. Yosuke charges down the hallway and catches up to her in the kitchen. He grabs her from behind and wrestles her to the floor before she can resist.
Let me go! Why? Why are you doing this?
Like I said, because you're too cute! Enjoying the sensation of her thin arms struggling futilely against his grip, Yosuke uses his weight to hold her down while ripping off her remaining scrap of clothing. Oh my gosh.
No! I don't want this! Stop!
Yosuke stares at the smooth, perfect body of the girl flopping beneath him. The thought of violating such an immaculate creature amid the horrors of this twisted world is irresistibly erotic. Oh my. Ugh! I need some copium to get through this one. Yosuke runs his tongue over her stomach and chest, as though preparing to eat her whole. She stiffens and whimpers at the sensation.
It isn't supposed to be this way.
Her tear-choked voice satisfies Yosuke's lust for conquest. This nightmare has violated him, but now he is able to visit the same torment on this innocent girl. Where he was the victim, he is now the victimizer. The release he feels is intoxicating.
No! Stop! I'm scared! Fuminori!
I haven't even done anything yet. Putting his mouth close to the sobbing girl's ear, Yosuke whispers, "You're this scared already. How will you scream when I put it in you?" Aw.
Help! Help me! Fuminori!
Well, damn. As always, the sight of the city grates on my nerves. Today, however, I don't feel as much hatred as I usually do. I have grown more accustomed to my condition. But that is not the reason for today's high spirits. My search for the Ogai house has finally borne fruit. When I pulled all the drawers out of the desk in the study, I found an envelope stuck between the desk and wall. It must have fallen off the back of the writing tray. Inside were 3 outdoor photographs. I couldn't recognize the scenery due to my condition, but I'm pretty sure that they show 3 buildings. Scrawled on the back of each photo was an address. Nagano Prefecture, M Village, Tochiki Prefecture, S Town, Shizuoka Prefecture, H Town. None of the names are familiar, so they must be way out in the countryside. The photos are all dated more than 10 years ago. I don't know why they were taken or what they mean, but maybe Saya will be able to make some sense of them. In any case, this is something that even Saya missed while she was living in that house. I wonder how she'll react when I show her what I found. Saya. I want so badly to see her. The thought of her waiting for me speeds my footsteps. When I step to the gate, I see that the front door is wide open again. This is the second time that this has happened. Usually, nothing good happens. Okay, I know like Sai is like some eldritch being or whatever, but even that, bro, it's kind of fucked up, bro. Just kill it, bro. Upon entering the house this time, however, the sound of Saya crying chills my spine. And it's not just her. I also hear a low, wet grunting. There's no time to take off my shoes. I race down the hallway, propelled by a terrifying premonition. A monster is in my house and it's attacking Saya! Ah! The filth oozing from its body spreads across her skin as it moves with animal ferocity. It looks at me with tear-filled eyes and calls my name in a weak, breathless voice.
Fuminori, help!
Rage erupts inside me like black lava. The monster stops gorging itself on Saya's body and turns its head to look at me. Surprised by my own composure, I slip past it and grab the meat cleaver sitting next to the sink. Without a moment's hesitation, I slash at the monster's face. It screams and staggers away from Saya. My attack must have blinded it, because it flails its tentacles wildly as it tries to drive me away. My bloodlust still unsated, I calmly seize one of the appendages and plunge my weapon twice more into its quivering flesh. The blade enters its body with fascinating ease. Each strike sprays my face with its blood. As I carve the monster to pieces and savor its hideous screams, my mind is finally consumed by rage. No mercy. I'll see this monster suffer for what it's done to Saya. Huggers! I give myself to the fury, howling at the top of my lungs as I slash and slash and slash and slash. Even after the flesh beast stops moving, I keep slashing till I realize that it can no longer feel pain. Cursing myself for killing it so quickly, I stab the cleaver into the floor, snapping it in half. Damn. When my thoughts finally begin to regain some cohesion, I find myself still digging the broken knife into the floor. The monster is gone, but pieces of it are scattered everywhere. I stop cutting into the tile, and in the sudden silence, I hear Saya's faint sobs coming from a corner in the kitchen.
Saya.
I pull the cowering Saya into my arms. She stiffens in fear at first, but as soon as she realizes that it's me, she clings to my body and cries.
Fuminori, Fuminori, I was scared, so scared.
I don't know what to say. I can only keep holding her. This should never have happened to Saya. Even everything in this twisted world is to blame, yes, including myself. I couldn't protect her. If I'd been here, then maybe I could have prevented this.
I'm sorry,
She says again and again in a voice choked with tears. Not wanting to hear that from her, I pull her head into my chest. Don't say that, Saya. It's not your fault. I try to reassure her, but she shakes her head vigorously in denial.
No, it is. I did it.
I don't understand. What is she saying? You did what?
I messed with his brain.
She answers, glancing at the dismembered monster with her swollen eyes.
I made the inside of his head the same as yours. I made him see the world like you do.
It takes me some time to understand the meaning of Saya's words. What? But how? Finally regaining her composure, Saya responds to my confusion in a low voice.
I can do stuff like that. I can change the bodies of other living things. I've had this ability since I was born. Every organism is different, so I have to study them in detail before I know how to change them. By doing some research, I figured out what happened to your brain. So I wanted to see if I could do the same thing to someone else.
What? Why?
I thought if everyone were like you, they would all be kind to me.
My heart aches at the loneliness in her voice as she confesses her sorrowful wish.
But that man, he wasn't kind at all. He said he wanted to hurt me, break me, and he...
She just starts crying into my chest again. Unable to say any more, I gently rub her back while trying to get my jumbled thoughts together. What is Saya, that she could do such a thing? The answer is beyond me. However, there's one thing I can answer, here and now. Saya is mistaken. You think that I'm kind to you because of the accident?
Yeah.
She nods sadly. I smile and shake my head. You're wrong. That was only the beginning. Our relationship is the sum of so much more. The time you and I have spent together, those days, those experiences, are what made us what we are.
Fuminori.
You've been there for me, Saya. Sharing my pain, giving me hope, and joy. That's how you've become so important to me. See? It's harder than you think. Saya is still crying, and our tears feel warm against my chest.
Yeah, I understand. I finally understand.
Her smile shines through her tears.
I only have you, Fuminori. There will never be anyone else.
Now more than ever before, I feel the depth of the bond between us. And I'm sure that Saya feels it too. I wrap my arms tightly around her and seal her lips with mine. Saya responds, winding her arms around my neck as our tongues desperately seek each other's warmth. At this moment, Saya is my whole world, and I am hers. The earth turns for us alone. Of course, I still haven't told her something very important. I don't know why I never said it before. Perhaps because it was always so obvious. However, I should put it into words at least once. This oath of mine. Saya, I...
Wait.
She stops me with a finger against my lips.
Before that, Fuminori, tell me one thing. What do you want?
What do I want? Saya nods, staring into my eyes with unusual solemnity.
Like I said, I can affect the bodies of living things in a way that nothing else can. And now that I've learned how to manipulate human brains...
Saya pauses and takes a deep breath before continuing.
I can turn you back to normal.
What? Until now, that hasn't ever been in the realm of possibility.
I just have to do the opposite of what I did to that man. It's really simple.
For size like, yeah, those doctors, they're fucking retarded, bro. I can literally just fix you by, like, snapping my fingers, bro. I replay Saya's words in my head to be sure of their meaning.
So tell me, Fuminori, do you want to take back what you lost in the accident?
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh my gosh. Alright. Got a choice here. Hold up, bro. Bro, can I save? Can I save, bro? Open save. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? It's like, dude, this is the only save. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I feel like this is a great place to leave it off for today, bro. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button, because damn, was that a bit of a ride, to be honest. And I've come to realize that I might have actually been playing the censored version the entire time. Damn, so there ain't really much I can show on Patreon. Damn it! I don't know, maybe it'll change. But, hey, it is what it is. I was told when I got this, when I downloaded this, that this is the uncensored version, so don't blame me for that, alright? And as always, until next time, so long, comrades. And I'll actually look up what these choices lead to.